Oh, Assalamualaikum and a happy Monday kepada anda semua. Welcome to my live chat di Facebook dan YouTube. This is the second round ataupun minggu yang kedua. We had a really cool Q&A session pada minggu yang lepas, and as I promised and perhaps mengalu-alukan as much as possible, we will have regular live chat sessions bersama dengan saya probably every Monday for now, unless there's changes yang tertentu untuk masa-masa yang akan datang. But essentially we will be doing live chat sessions every Monday on Facebook and YouTube untuk soal jawab bukan soal kurus semata-mata, but it's not about kurus, it's really about diri anda dari segi pemakanan, senaman ataupun perkara di luar angka berat badan semata-mata. So anda sangat dialu-alukan untuk bertanya sebarang pertanyaan melalui ruangan komen yang diberikan. And again, this is my second week. And Assalamualaikum Shah. Welcome to our live chat pada hari ini again on YouTube and on Facebook. So anda you can ask any questions really on our comment section. And usually as we get started, it can be very peaceful and quiet. But once the rentak soalan to start to be coming in fast and furious, dan sekiranya anda punya soalan tidak terjawab, then I am always happy to ask the question again moving forward. Yeah. So hi everybody. Hi Jesse. Hi Azrin. Hi Shahwan as well. Welcome to the live chat. If you have any personal questions to ask, let me know dalam ruangan comment, and we will be discussing the questions. Last week we had some really cool discussions, which I've took some snippets from. It's always hard to take snippets just from satu dua soalan sahaja, but we discussed two popular questions. One is the Milo boleh minum ke tak boleh minum dan sebagainya. And then earlier today I reposted a question from our Zoom session as well yang bertajukkan can you makan processed foods dalam diet, which of course you can. Okay, so again, Waalaikumsalam Wan Zuria. Hi Mat Ise as well. Yeah, Ashikin from YouTube. I'm gonna have to reach out and apologize to my YouTube audience terutamanya kerana I've not been posting much on YouTube lately, but because of, again, StreamYard that I am using since last week, we will be posting regular videos as well, and simultaneously hosting live chat kita on Facebook dan Instagram. So if you are on Instagram, if you are on Facebook, do help me to share the live chat ini dengan kawan-kawan supaya kita dapat membantu mereka mungkin dari segi soalan yang mereka ada berkenaan dengan kawalan berat badan dan sebagainya. Oh, and very interestingly, on Wednesday nanti, this Wednesday, we will have a open Zoom session as well, but ia bertopikkan tentang depression and dealing with loss, dealing with kehilangan dan sebagainya yang ramai orang currently facing. So I'll be announcing a Zoom session where we will have beberapa orang from our program Bukan Soal Kurus yang akan berkongsikan kisah-kisah mereka dalam berdepan dengan kegelapan kehidupan, which we all go through. We all go through fasa kehidupan yang positif, fasa kehidupan yang negatif. And as I always say, if your life is only positive, only happy, then you takkan appreciate the things that you do have. So when you berdepan dengan negativity or kehilangan dan sebagainya, as painful as it is, I have been through my share of losses dan sebagainya juga. It helps you to appreciate the good times and deal with life as, a package yang ada pelbagai ups and downs. Okay, let's start with a few questions. Let me get the first question from YouTube hari ini. We have a question daripada Wan from YouTube. Ya, salam and hi. Hi, waalaikumsalam. Betul ke kalau makan bawah BMR akan cause muscle loss? And the answer is generally yes, because when you makan bawah BMR or you makan dengan secara umumnya you have a deficit calorie di mana pengambilan kalori berkurangan versus pembakaran kalori, you will mengharapkan weight loss. But when you lose weight, you cannot just kurangkan lemak badan, tak kira lah doa macam mana sekalipun, but you will always lose kombinasi of lemak, otot and air during a weight loss journey. Especially if you mengawal pemakanan, that is very, very common. So when you are dalam proses kawalan kurangkan berat badan, it's important to melibatkan senaman bebanan untuk memberikan the body a reason to maintain otot yang ada sebanyak mungkin and minimize muscle loss. But there will be muscle loss when you kurangkan berat badan secara sama ada you makan bawah your BMR ataupun one makan dengan deficit kalori yang sedia ada. Yeah, that is just what it is. You cannot just lose lemak. All right, very, very good question. Next, let's move on daripada Facebook dengan Nur Hayati. Coach, hi. Kenapa ya orang selalu salahkan makanan sedang pilihan dekat tangan kita? You know, it's true, Yati. Ramai orang like to blame other things instead of diri sendiri. Makanan tak bersalah. Makanan Malaysia tidak bersalah. Makanan Malaysia yang lazat pun tidak bermasalah. Tidak bersalah. Makanan Malaysia adalah kurnia. It's kurnia yang diberikan, but yang disalahgunakan oleh orang ramai sehingga dia menjadi masalah. Now, if makanan betul-betul is masalah, we're talking about kebuluran, malnutrition dan sebagainya. But makanan Malaysia is not the problem. It is diri sendiri yang perlu mempertanggungjawabkan diri untuk mengawal pengambilan supaya ia tidak menjadi masalah. So always remember, makanan adalah kurnia, jangan menyalahgunakan. Yeah. All right. Next, let's see, we have on Facebook as well. Hazira, untuk yang berpantang tanpa anak meninggal, I'm so sorry for your loss. Boleh IF ke coach? It depends. You can do intermittent fasting dalam keadaan berpantang. You can also tak buat IF dalam keadaan berpantang, which is berbeza dengan kalau anda berpantang dengan kena menyusukan cahaya mata, which again I'm assuming that Hazira mungkin berdepan dengan keguguran semasa bersalin, which I am extremely sorry for, and I cannot membayangkan, you know, that kind of loss yang mengharapkan kegembiraan yang begitu, you know, besar, but berdepan dengan sudden loss yang is difficult to absorb. But going back again to the intermittent fasting, you can do intermittent fasting, but if you tertekan dengan the diet, menambah tekanan keadaan yang, you know, sedang berpantang dan berdepan cabaran anak yang meninggal, my advice is don't add strain and stress and pain to the life yang melibatkan makanan, as perhaps we said just earlier, is kurnia yang can help to bukanlah menggembirakan, but it helps to at least tak menambah stress. So my advice to you very, very shortly to Hazira is don't do the IF if it adds more pain to your life. Yeah, do IF if it's something that you enjoy and it helps you to salurkan stress or distract you daripada keadaan untuk memfokus kepada pemakanan diet intermittent fasting. It's okay. every diet ada kisah kejayaan and kurang berjaya. At the end of the day, you have to choose cara yang sesuai untuk anda. But yes, when you berdepan dengan stres kehidupan, you need to find an avenue to salurkannya, which can be senaman dan sebagainya. But pemakanan juga perlu tidak menambahkan stres kehidupan. It should be something that helps you ke arah yang lebih gembira and empowered sepanjang perjuangan. In your case, perhaps berdepan dengan weight loss setelah bersalin. Okay, next question. Let's go to Jesse. Jesse Melling. Coach, should I be wary on the types of workouts that I can do during a period? Yes. And every lady, not lady, but every lady has different experiences when the period or the menstrual cycle comes along in terms of the flow of blood dan sebagainya, and also during the time of your period, hari pertama mungkin versus hari yang ke-6. So the type of exercises you can do or whether you actually nak bersenam ke tak depends a lot on the flow and the type of period that you're currently facing. I would avoid senaman-senaman that's going to aggravate the keadaan lagi to make you feel more uncomfortable. And I would stick to senaman that perhaps don't require too much stress and strain kepada keadaan yang mungkin akan make the thing more worse. So yes, long story short, I would be wary on the types of workouts that I could do, you could do, my wife can do during your period. And using my wife perhaps as an example, there's certain months when she does not feel comfortable to work out. There's certain months where it's not as, I guess, distracting and uncomfortable. So it would not just depend on the jenis senaman, it would depend juga on the month to month and the day within the period tu sendiri. Yeah, and if you tak nak bersenam pun, that is your hak as well to just merehatkan diri sementara. Okay, from YouTube here, Ashikin. Hi, Ashikin. Everyday exercise, jumping rope about 1,000 times or more, dan kawal pemakanan tapi berat tak turun drastic, is that okay? It's hard to jawab okay tak okay because it depends on berapa lama sudah Ashikin menjayakan this particular kombinasi of senaman and pemakanan. And when orang melontarkan kawalan pemakanan pun, it's very subjective as to, what do you kawal? The quality makanan or the quantity makanan? Because if you kawal the quality makanan, but the quantity masih berlebihan, it's not going to perhaps solve the problem of ingin mengurangkan berat badan. And 100 skipping ropes sounds macam banyak, but it's also not penentu it will mewujudkan perhaps deficit calorie, because what Ashikin does for the rest of the day, aktifkan diri dan sebagainya, is segala-galanya dalam usaha untuk mengawal mengurangkan berat badan. Nah, katakanlah pemakanan kuantiti terkawal, aktif gaya hidup, but baru melakukannya mungkin seminggu dua. Then kebarangkalian besar, it's not yet penentu berjaya ke tidak berjaya dari segi angka berat badan itu menurun. Ke kadang-kala bila kita melakukan senaman yang baru, in this case maybe is skipping rope for you, it akan merangsangkan a bit of the muscles yang melibat sama dalam skipping rope, whether it's your lower body, your wrist, your forearm or your shoulders. So there will be maybe some peningkatan otot sementara di samping pengurangan lemak hasil pemakanan yang terkawal. So once you ada penambahan otot sekilo, pengurangan lemak sekilo, your weight tak sama. Sama, your weight will be the same, but your bentuk badan patut berubah. But again, dalam seminggu dua, it's hard to tell. But my advice to Ashikin right now is teruskan, look at the specifics of kawal pemakanan, look at the general gaya hidup aktif di luar just senaman skipping rope. And my advice, my advice, honestly, is don't do the skipping rope every single day. Why? Because it will always melibatkan sendi yang sama, joint yang sama, otot yang sama, and without rehat, it is a kebarangkalian, big or small, tetap kebarangkalian that you akan meningkatkan berlakunya kecederaan pada bahagian tersebut. So my advice to you is try and rehatkan diri juga dalam usaha senaman pelbagai, but also cuba untuk mempelbagaikan bentuk senaman at the same time. Yeah, we wishing you all the best, Ashikin, on YouTube. Yeah, hi everybody. Yeah, if you're joining us, welcome to our live chat on Facebook and YouTube. I'm going to try and do this every Monday for an hour or so. And feel free to ask me questions and I will try and scroll down and menjawabnya dengan seringkas possible supaya kita dapat menjawab pelbagai soalan bersama. Yeah, let me see what else we have here. La 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 la. Okay, let me get with this one. Muhammad Faiz from YouTube as well. Hi Kevin, hi. Ada tak tips pengambilan makanan untuk orang yang bekerja dari pagi hingga malam? Now, if you are asking tentang kesibukan diri, now if you are busy working day through night, it's really important for you to dapatkan makanan dalam rentak kesibukan pekerjaan, which maybe can be your breakfast, lunch and dinner. But at the same time, if I am busy and I know I'll be traveling pagi, siang dan malam ke apa kerja, I will always bawa bekalan snack, cereal bar ke apa dalam I punya pouch that I can makan untuk alas perut di antara hidangan. So because if you tak alas perut, Faiz, then there's kebarangkalian when you berdepan dengan, let's say, lunch and dinner, but you tak makan snack antara hidangan, it could be that nafsu agak bergelora and then Faiz akan makan makanan yang mungkin, lebih kepada pilihan nafsu berbanding dengan pilihan yang diinginkan. So adanya snack yang always mudah masuk poket ke bag ke pouch ke, helps you to just stabilkan glukos darah, which helps you to adanya bekalan tenaga yang berterusan di samping kesibukan and also helps you to keep your nafsu to agak stable. So yeah, you as tuan badan yang sibuk, you need to merancang keadaan to help you manage keadaan. All the best, Faiz, and stay safe. Okay, soalan from Aimi Syafawati. Coach, boleh kalau kita target 1 kilo seminggu untuk turun berat badan, tapi yang bagusnya 0.5 kilo kan, Coach? Nah, 1 kilo seminggu sangat, wait for it, susah. It's very difficult. Seminggu 1 kilo. That means 52 kilos a year. Very, very difficult. And ramai orang sasarkan 1 kilo seminggu, but ultimately dia tertekan dengan diri sendiri because tak tercapai, because it's not realistic. Now, pada permulaan program, yes, you can lose 1-2 kilo seminggu ataupun lebih pun boleh, but usually dia melibatkan air. But air takkan, kurang every week 2-3 kilo, dikering lah kau. But 1 kilo seminggu is extremely cepat. 0.5 kilo pun is extremely cepat. That's 26 kilos a year. My advice is don't put too much expectation, especially minggu ke minggu, because disebabkan water retention pelbagai, including period that we discussed just now, your berat badan minggu ke minggu will turun naik sedikit. My advice is trust in the process. Know what you're doing, pemakanan dan senaman dan sebagainya. Track your berat badan hari-hari ke minggu ke suka hati masing-masing. But look at the trend mungkin bulan ke 2-3 bulan ke, supaya then you can see what's happening. Because minggu ke minggu memang it will be up and down. But yes, 0.5 kilo seminggu is extremely awesome. 1 kilo seminggu is extremely luar biasa if you're talking about minggu ke minggu punya pencapaian. So take your time. Yeah, it is perjuangan sepanjang hayat. All right, let me see what else we have here. Emmy from Facebook as well. antara garam bukit yang pink dengan garam putih biasa, yang mana lebih baik? Adakah ia sama kedua-duanya? That's a very good question. And generally, it's about the same. Whether you have garam putih, garam pink, garam Gunung Himalaya, or garam daripada Gunung Kinabalu, it's still garam. Even the garam yang putih comes from the laut. It's not like something that is created dalam mahkamah kimia oleh manusia. It's just that it's been processed to make it more refined. So now, due to the processing, of course, perhaps the pink salt too is better. It's not polished ke apa dan sebagainya. It's more raw, but it's still garam, which is going to be something you need to mengawal. Mengawal, I mean kuantiti pengambilan garam pink, merah, kuning, pink dan sebagainya is the same. It's tetap garam. Can be part of your pengambilan seharian, but tetap you have to memantau pengambilannya, not just because it is from Himalaya or organic or pink, maka you can ambil berlebihan. That is not accurate in my opinion. Do I have garam yang pink? Yes. Do I have garam yang coarse, putih? Yes. Do I have garam salt table putih? Pun yes. Which one do I use? Depends on keadaan and depends on what we cook dan sebagainya. Kalau we do steaks, I tend to use more of the coarse salt, but untuk masak-masak harian, it's really pelbagai pilihan. Okay, let's go on. Yeah, you're welcome, Hazira. All the best to you. Let me scroll down. Okay, we have Nur Hajat. Now, again, if I don't answer your question immediately and I'm scrolling down and I've overlooked your soalan, tolong jangan marah and please ask the question again. And if you can ask a question seringkas possible pun, that is very specific to something that is also dialu-alukan. And it doesn't always have to be about pemakanan or senaman. It can be about your mental health, consistency, gangguan kawan ke apa ke. You can ask me really anything, and it's not soal kurus semata-mata. Okay, Nur Harja is asking, member kata dia kurus tanpa workout. Yang saya workout inch loss je, tapi stamina sangat baik. Mana yang bagus? Weight loss or inch loss? It is pilihan masing-masing. Haja. Now, let's say we have inch loss, weight loss, and inch loss and weight gain, which also happens. Honestly, all of them are pros and cons across the sky. Depends on what you are looking for. Setengah orang, dia pentingkan shape badan, nak membentuk diri, nak shape peha, punggung dan sebagainya, yang kadang-kadang melibatkan penambahan otot, inch loss juga, but kadang-kadang weight tu tak berubah buat naik, but itulah kesukaannya. Setengah orang dia mungkin sedang bermasalah berat badan, dia belum lagi fokus kepada inch loss, but dia lebih fokuskan untuk kembalikan beratnya pada BMI yang normal. So my advice to you, Haja, and everyone is, member, let them be member. Kawan, let them be kawan. Let everyone have, hasrat mereka yang tersendiri. There is no one way to do something. And comparison is the thief of joy. Maksudnya kalau kita asyik tengok orang lain buat apa, stres. Dia buat diet tu, aku pun nak buat diet ni. Dia buat senaman yang ini, kita pun nak buat. Dia melabur sana, kita pun nak melabur juga. It's okay to melihat what they do, but if you mengambil semua input orang lain, it can be quite overwhelming. So we have this tagline in our program called Suka Hati Engkau. Yeah, so that is actually istilah yang memperkasakan Haja, memperkasakan kawan juga. Kan suka hati aku lah. Kalau aku nak inch loss. Kalau aku nak weight loss. Kalau aku nak menambah otot, menambahlah. It is suka hati masing-masing. We all are uniquely different and there is no right way or wrong way. It's just a suka hati engkau way. And it just helps to make it easier untuk mengambil ownership perjuangan diri sendiri untuk menentukan hala tuju. But Even Haja, if you hari ini, memilih jalan menambah inch loss ke apa ke, tapi 2 lagi bulan you nak pula then buat weight loss, it's up to you. Yeah, it doesn't have to be one way sampai bila-bila. It is one life, but dalam your one life tu you can always make it different and unique. Perjuangan kesihatan, kurus, kecergasan never ends, and it should menggembirakan Haja. Yeah, all the best to you. Mashita from YouTube, Waalaikumsalam. Is it true hormone has a major impact towards weight loss progress? How do we deal with hormonal issues to maximize weight loss experience? That is true. Ya, hormon memainkan pelbagai peranan dalam usaha mengawal pelbagai perkara yang tersangkut dengan kawalan berat badan. Let me just give you a few examples. We have insulin. Insulin mengawal glukos darah, but also mengawal sebahagian besarnya your water retention. So if your diet or your insulin levels are a bit whacked, that can mempermainkan keadaan dari segi your cravings, your water dan sebagainya. Then you have stress hormones like cortisol dan sebagainya. So if hidup Masita agak stress, what cortisol does, it tends to store more lemak, because when your body is stressed and your body cannot bezakan stress physical, mental, emotional, Facebook, money, no money, cinta dan sebagainya. For your body, stress is stress. And when you are stressed, your body tends to go into a survival mode. This is a defense mechanism, and one of the defense mechanism is to store more energy untuk hari darurat yang mungkin diperlukan. So stress is an extremely important component yang perlu dikawal oleh semua orang, and it's a very, very big component. It's not semudah just dapat duit gembira stress free. No, dapat inch loss stress free. No, we are never happy. Manusia tak pernah puas. You will never be 100% happy. Your goal should not be to be sempurna happy. Your goal should be always to pursue happiness. Like movie Will Smith tu. It's the pursuit of happiness. It is perjuangan sepanjang hayat untuk mengurangkan stres. So this is also where senaman comes in, because senaman menguatkan fizikal supaya badan kurang stres fizikal bila berdepan dengan aktiviti harian, berbeza dengan seorang yang agak kurang lemah dan tak cergas. Everything they do agak stress to the body. So that is so far cortisol and insulin. There's other hormones like your thyroid yang mengawal metabolisme. Then there is testosterone and estrogen. So as we get older, terutamanya hormonal changes, testosterone as an example, will mengakibatkan muscle loss. So when there is muscle loss, as kita makin tua, then there will be a reduction of metabolisme badan pula. It makes it harder to then mengawal berat badan. Oleh kerana itu, as we get older, it's harder to maintain the weight because of apa yang sedang berlaku. But does not mean you just serah diri, aku dah tua, nak buat macam mana. But you have to melawan diri, you have to melawan keadaan, aktifkan diri, melibatkan senaman bebanan untuk memberikan badan sebab untuk kekalkan otot yang ada, and work with the body. But sekiranya, just additionally, if Masita rasa diri tu ada masalah hormon yang genetik ke apa ke, you can always dapatkan pemeriksaan atau rawatan daripada doktor. But it depends on the individual. But long story short, yes, hormon mempermainkan keadaan. Hormone cannot make you gain weight directly, but a hormone can do 3 things. A, hormon can menambah nafsu makan. Hormon can menjatuhkan metabolisme, or C, meningkatkan atau mengurangkan water retention badan. So the hormone sendiri does not menampal lemak, but it either mengawal nafsu, metabolisme, or water retention badan. So we as tuan badan have to mengawal keadaan untuk melawannya dan tak serah diri semata-mata. Alright, next we have soalan daripada, let me see, I'm scrolling down. Let me see. Yeah, if I skip any questions, I'm very sorry. Hi, Zarul. Hi. Macam mana nak atasi plateau? I'm 48 years old, active lifestyle. Yeah, so that question perhaps relates a little bit to our discussion tadi. As we get older, metabolism tends to drop. It's harder to break through plateaus. It's harder to mengawal berat badan. So, as an example, I'm not 48, I am 42. Yeah, going 43 in December, but still 42 right now. I find it harder untuk mengawal berat badan berbanding katakanlah pertengahan 30. So pemakanan in my scenario right now is lebih berkualiti, lebih terjaga berbanding 30-an. Program senaman pun is lebih tersusun. So I cannot have the benefit or the kurnia of muda dulu, which is, is the journey of life. So my advice to you, Zarul, is to mempertanggungjawabkan diri, to look at what you're currently doing, mempelbagaikan the senaman, see what senamans work and what do not. Yeah, you can try out with HIIT training, jogging dan sebagainya. You can try out different diets juga kadang-kadang just to mengejutkan keadaan. Like we talked about IF earlier. IF is a good diet to try to mengejutkan keadaan, to just shock the body sekejap, to shock your hormones juga, because when you tak makan, just like Ramadan shocks you in Ramadan sebulan, tak payah IF pun. When I do Ramadan, or when we do Ramadan berpuasa sebulan, we are shocking, in a way, the digestive system, your insulin, your hormones, dengan ketidakadanya makanan glukos, as an example, daripada sahur sampai bermaghrib, and that itself will do a lot of things to your metabolism, insulin levels, water retention dan sebagainya. So yeah, experiment with different diets and approaches to try and break through the plateau, and jangan mengabaikan atau memperkecilkan kepentingan tidur. Okay, I am going to see Okay. Wansha from Facebook, Coach. Okay ke kalau selalu jogging atau light workout hanya waktu malam between 8 p.m. or 10 p.m. then take makan, atau waktu subuh selepas solat then take breakfast, sebab maybe itu waktu luang yang ada. Apa kesan jangka masa pendek dan kesan yang akan datang? Okay, let me talk about senam malam. If you only have time untuk bersenam pada waktu malam, then so be it. There's a lot of opinions and people yang tidak setuju ya bersenam waktu malam, and it's okay, itu hak masing-masing, and mereka ada hak untuk memberikan alasan dan sebagainya, whether it is religious or dari sudut yang lain. There was even an article yang, I've talked about this a lot dalam our live chats and videos as well. Always in the media, senaman malam membunuh dan sebagainya. But it's not just senaman malam membunuh. You can even bersenam pada waktu siang and have a cardiac arrest, touch wood, hopefully not. But the pokoknya is, as long as you can mengimbangkan masa dengan kerja, dengan makan, dengan light workout waktu malam, cukup tidur, which is very important. If the senaman malam mengakibatkan that you do not get enough sleep, then it's a masalah. Because then the kurang tidur untuk jangka masa yang berpanjangan will create a lot of stress to you physically, because tak cukup rehat. So, Wansha, you need to tepuk dada. Ask yourself whether you have enough sleep and rest post senaman waktu malam itu. If yes, then it's okay. And I am assuming it's not like every single day, maybe 2, 3, 4 kali seminggu. Do I bersenam waktu malam? Kadang-kala, not generally. I like to just go to bed early. I'm an early sleeper. but I do senaman malam kadang-kala, maybe in a week, I don't know, one time kalau dulunya dapat keluar badminton ke apa ke, but it's not something I do regularly, not because I don't think it's healthy, it just does not fit my lifestyle, but it is again pilihan masing-masing. Okay, let me scroll down sikit. I'm going to try and look for some new questions yang are a bit different or a bit new. Yeah, if you can keep the questions seringkas possible, I appreciate it. Let me see this one. Okay, from YouTube, one. Thank you, Coach. One more question. I noticed that when I use online BMR DCR, again, BMR is basal metabolic rate, DCR is daily calorie requirements, kiranya anda are not sure what that is, which includes fat percentage insertion. The value is less from without fat percentage. Which one is better? Now, I only use one BMR calculator online, which only asks for 4 things: usia, berat, tinggi, dan jantina. Now, there are various formulas and they will give you different readings. My advice to one is you can look at all 3 or 4 different ways of calculating the BMR. It is going to be more or less the same, maybe plus or minus 100 calories at the very most, maybe. And, even if you ambil kiraan yang paling sempurna, in theory, it's still not going to be the same what it is in real life. So the idea of the BMR calculation is not to give you 100% accurate number. It's to give you a reference point. So then you know agak-agak, okay, my body is burning X amount of calories, then I can makan Y calorie untuk menyimbangkan berat badan. It's the same thing with fuel consumption kereta. Whatever number they put is based on their test scenario. Once you drive the car in real life, it's not going to be that amount. Same thing juga goes for your phone battery life. It's not going to be like that once you betul-betul use the phone dan sebagainya. So it's just a reference point secara umumnya. Okay, let me see what else we have here. Okay, Bunga Purple from YouTube as well. Berat saya 112 kilo. Saya sakit lutut. Senaman apa yang saya boleh buat sebab nak lompat dan lari sakit lutut? Now, I'll call you Bunga, ya. Bunga number 1. Thank you so much for your question. It takes a lot of courage to, ask soalan untuk, meneruskan perjuangan diri. The first priority, if I were your coach or your friend, or if I were you, is jangan cedera. Jangan cedera along your journey of ingin, in this case, mengurangkan berat badan. It's not berbaloi. Cedera hanya demi satu sesi senaman. And if you have people asking you to follow workout sana sini, don't follow anything anyone says. Don't follow anything I say, because nasihat yang mereka beri is not to say tak betul. It doesn't always work for every scenario. And every workout you see on YouTube, dahsyat, hebat, but tak sesuai untuk semua orang. So my advice to you, number 1 is cayokkan diri untuk berjuang untuk diri sendiri. Number 2, learn all this talk about just now your BMR, calorie dan sebagainya, pemakanan. Learn to mengawal pemakanan first. Number 2, you have to aktifkan diri, tak semestinya dengan senaman. It can be just walking around the house dalam keadaan MCO, once dah boleh keluar ke apa, walking, just aktifkan diri. Everything you do akan membakar kalori, which will help you to menyimbangkan the input pemakanan dengan pembakaran. Now, at the same time, you can do senaman yang melibatkan mungkin bebanan, dumbbell ke upper body dalam keadaan duduk kerusi pun boleh, sauna pun boleh, but jangan lakukan, in your case, senaman yang melibatkan your lutut sekiranya dah sakit. Because sakit apa? Don't know. Why? Because there could be macam-macam wrong with your struktur knee, could be your ligament, tendon, meniscus, lubrication dan sebagainya. What you need to do is rehatkan diri, number 1. try and get yourself to a doktor sekiranya selepas 1-2 minggu the sakit of the lutut tak hilang dengan sendirinya. If hilang dengan sendirinya, perhaps it's just wear and tear or lubrication or swelling, inflammation. But if tak hilang juga, my advice is go to the doctor, find out exactly what is wrong, cari jalan penyelesaian untuk pemulihan, and then once pulih, dapat green light untuk senaman melibatkan your knees, then you can start perhaps buat senaman yang melibatkan your knee. But always utamakan keselamatan diri. And I see this a lot in our program. Ramai orang semangat teruja nak kurus malam ya. But tak tahu batasan. Tak tahu when to stop. Ikut semua senaman. Because it's pilihan masing-masing. But then cedera. Then once cedera, tak boleh bersenam pula, terputus segala usaha azam untuk mengurang mengawal berat badan. So my advice to you again is cayokkan diri, learn about pemakanan, aktifkan diri, tak semestinya bersenam, fix the knee first, then slowly progress from there, step by step. And similarly to the question earlier, take your time, tak semestinya sekilo seminggu, tak semestinya 0.5 kilo seminggu. Even if you lose 0.5 kilo sebulan, that's 6 kilos a year, 4 tahun dah 24 kilo. Take your time. Barangkali yang besar, it took time for bunga to menambah berat badan. So give it time untuk mengurangkannya. Yeah, wishing you all the best in your journey. Okay. Next we have here, Okay. Nur Aini, that is a good question juga. When I saw the word instant coach. Coach Kevin, ada jenis instant coach yang cakap pengambilan whey protein dan ubat kurus yang claim turun 10 kilo per week itu sama je. So better ambil ubat kurus. Apa pendapat pasal statement tu? That is BS. Yeah, that is rubbish. Penurunan 10 kilo seminggu has nothing really to do dengan the whey protein or the ubat kurus secara am. The only way to mengurangkan 10 kilo seminggu, and many in our program have done that, mereka mempermainkan air. It is manipulation of water, which you can do without any ubat kurus or without any whey protein supplement. Basically, it's all about memahami how to mengawal water retention badan. Long story short, it's kurang garam, kurang gula, more fiber, probiotics, pelbagai caffeine. Now, the caffeine can come from the weight loss product yang usually mengandungi caffeine. And if they say caffeine free, it's guarana, yohimbe, but it's the same thing, yeah, tomato. But they only always talk about minggu pertama. And it's the same in any program, any diet juga. Minggu pertama kurang 3-4 kilo. Minggu pertama kurang XYZ kilo, because it's always water. And minggu yang selepas tu, as I said earlier, you cannot keep losing 10 kilo air kau. Lama-lama tinggal memang rangka yang kering kau. It does not work that way. If it is semudah itu, there's no need for me to do what I do. There's no need for us to maybe even have this live chat. Ambillah ubat itu sahaja and kuruslah kau. But it does not work that way. So that is where penting pihak pengguna, anda, saya, know kandungan produk, what sebenarnya it is, how it works, dan asas pemakanan, asas senaman, asas gaya hidup. Tak salah mengguna the product. And of course, orang yang menjual, they would promote it. And I can tell you, ramai even kawan-kawan, chat room, WhatsApp group, keluarga sendiri, ya, saudara mara yang menjual pelbagai produk. And I usually don't say anything as well, because I don't like to kacau periuk nasi orang. But for them, orang yang menjual, usually dia orang sendiri pun bermasalah. and that is their income. And it's supply demand, but it does not work the way you hope. Adakah anda boleh beli? Belilah, because it's not benda yang haram pun, but it's not going to solve the problem secara umumnya. And my opinion is, my only harapan is that pihak kerajaan, my only harapan is that pihak, and I've told them this many times as well in discussions with them, you need to melindungi hak pengguna. There seems to be all of this pengiklanan produk-produk dengan janji pelbagai, and I can show you pictures that I have been sent oleh orang yang menjual produk. Umpama this is like some magic pill yang fixes everything from your stress to your cancer to your this. COVID punya ni pun ada nowadays, but there doesn't seem to be any punishment from the authorities to punish the pihak penjual yang use marketing or gimmick yang tidak melindungi pihak pengguna. If you did that, dikatakanlah negara-negara yang membangun, negara-negara yang sudah maju, in Europe especially, you will get fined. You will get fined bukan setakat 1-2 ribu euro. The fines are usually in the 5 digits, and to protect the consumer. Because as much as tak nak kacau periuk nasi si pihak penjual, we need to also protect periuk nasi orang yang melanggan. And ramai yang melanggan are those that don't know perhaps any better. It's their hard-earned income as well. Jadi laburkan untuk harapan beli produk itu, maka kurus 10 kilo seminggu. Okay, that's all really I want to say. All right, let's see what else we have here. Okay, we have Rabiatul. Rabiatul, hi Kevin, hi. Saya join JK1M8. Yeah, JKM was our program called Jum Kurus. It was 2017 mungkin. Now we call it Bukan, Soal, Kurus. It's more politically correct. Pernah jumpa dekat UTP Trono, ya. Sekarang dalam pantang hari ke-17. Saya maintain makan nasi dan lalala. Ikan goreng portion yang sama setiap hari. Saya nampak penurunan yang konsisten. Saya cuba sup tapi cannot go. Nak tips senaman dalam pantang. So now, if you are postnatal, pantang ke tak pantang ke, doesn't matter lah. Postnatal secara it depends on what kind of delivery process you had, natural or cesarean. As an example, cesarean would require recovery yang lebih lama. Non-cesarean kebarangkalian besar. If there's not too many stitches or kulit yang ni, then perhaps lebih cepat. The only person that can tell you can or cannot bersenam would be your gynae or your doctor yang boleh meneliti keadaan that you are ready untuk mulakan senaman. Once you get the green light from your gynae, then my advice is don't go zero to hero terus burpees kau. You want to start slowly dengan just brisk walking dulu, because you don't want to start and really move things left and right that will stretch and strain the stitches dan sebagainya. You want to try and keep things nice and satu hala, and elakkan senaman yang really focus immediately and acutely on bahagian yang tercedera, sama ada bahagian yang dibedah cesarean or at your non-cesarean. And I personally had a appendix removal, which had a small 2 or 3 inch scar now, and it was similarly, as in it took time to recover. And when I first restarted program Senaman, then I started to just brisk walk dulu. But even when you brisk walk, there's some rotational movement that happens, and I could feel a very acute, pain at the place where the tempat dibedah. So I stopped. Then I tunggu lagi seminggu, and once I did not feel that acute pain, like something is poking into you, then typically that means that the layers of the skin have recovered, and then you can very slowly start to increase the intensity. But again, It depends on individual to individual and how disciplined perhaps you were in your proses berpantang and postnatal. But all the best to you, Rabiatul. Enjoy your cahaya mata and kirim salam to your husband, and semoga we will meet again suatu hari nanti. Okay, I'm going to scroll down skip as well. Let me scroll down and see. All right, Amirul, good question. Ganti nasi to cauliflower, is it bad for gout sufferers? It's a bit different. Now, cauliflower rice is, let me answer this question in two parts. One is on just nasi change to cauliflower rice, and one more is on gout secara umumnya. So now, cauliflower rice agak popular once upon a time, I'm not sure, but now, and you can makan cauliflower rice, but it's not going to be something you're going to makan hari ke hari, minggu ke minggu, bulan ke bulan. You akan nak makan nasi kau juga itu, and nasi tak bersalah. And biasanya orang yang makan cauliflower rice ambil gambar hashtag Instagram makan sekali je. It's not going to change anything. Kejayaan kurang berjaya in anything is about sustainability. You can't change nasi to potato, sweet potato, roti, brown bread, or cauliflower or quinoa as well. But if it's not you and it's not something you can do untuk long term, it's not going to solve your problem. So nothing wrong eating nasi. Gout aside, even for gout, it's not a problem. For gout, the problem is purine. And let me Google quick if cauliflower rice or cauliflower rice is high cauliflower protein out. Let me see. Yeah, I have to Google things as well. There's a protein in a cauliflower is not very high. So generally, it should not be an issue with your gout, but everything in moderation as well. And gout is something that sangkut paut with berat badan, pemakanan, gaya hidup. And it's a really uncomfortable, life-robbing disease because it crystallizes your joints and makes mobility hard. And I had a friend who has gout and struggled a lot with just quality of life, mobility, but dia tak jaga makan. And it is, you get what you do, but you have to ambil gout as a blessing in disguise. Kencing manis, cholesterol, high blood pressure, gout, take it as a blessing in disguise because it forces you to make positive changes dalam pemakanan and gaya hidup while you still can. So you cannot merungut and say, I cannot makan A, B, C, D, E, F, G. You have to sahut cabaran, take it as a blessing that it forces you to make positive changes to help you live a healthier and better quality life ke masa yang akan datang. So with that, I wish you, Amirul, all the best. And enjoy your cauliflower rice. But nasi sendiri pun for gout tak ada masalah. Is portion control yang penting. Okay. Time check. It's 8:55. We'll do maybe like 4 or 5 more questions. I will try and browse through and see what I have. And then we can wrap things up. But don't worry, we'll do this weekly, insyaAllah. Okay. Nadia, Coach, susu yang paling sesuai untuk yang sedang diet and kawal kolesterol. So now, any susu lembu berkolesterol. Soya milk tak berkolesterol. Almond milk tak berkolesterol. Kolesterol only comes from sumber haiwan sahaja. Non-animal sources tidak berkolesterol. So now, if you nak susu dalam kawalan pemakanan, diet, untuk kurangkan berat badan, my advice is the lesser the fat content, the lesser the calories secara umumnya. So if you live in Europe or you live in the US, it's quite easy. They have susu segar, 3%, 2%, 1%, and no fat milk. But the no fat milk tastes like water. Yeah, those of you yang pernah cuba skim milk. So the skim milk would be the best choice for Nadia, but rasanya kurang memberangsangkan jiwa, but it's the trade-off. So if you nak yang something tengah-tengah, low fat milk dengan sendirinya pun dah okay. All right, let me see what we have here. I'm going to try and get some new questions. Safwan, saya buat apa yang saya suka selepas join BSK. BSK is our Bukan Soal Kurus program. Suka trademark ikut suka hati kau. You lost 5 kilos. Yeah, thank you so much. Safwan, really, really great job. 5 kilos, if you're wondering how long it took, our program is 8 weeks long, and we are entering the last week of our program. So you cannot join now. Our next season is in January 2022, and we focus on a lot of educational content to memperkasakan Safwan, Nadia, Anda to live your life and to decide for yourself what you want to do, because tak semua orang nak six pack, tak semua orang nak buat A, tak semua orang nak buat B. Everyone has very unique objectives, and we focus on empowerment to help you get there, but bukanlah dalam program 6 minggu. It is 8 minggu plus the rest of your life. The 8 minggu is meant to provide you with asas ilmu yang kukuh that allows you to then maneuver diri you dalam perjuangan kehidupan anda itu. Yeah, congrats, Safwan. Very, very happy for you. Okay, let me see. Let me see. I'm just going to scroll down and look for some questions that are a bit unique and different. Yeah, most of the questions we talked about earlier as well. Yeah, I'm just going to find something that is maybe a bit different and short. Masa bila kalori dibakar dan lemak pula. Okay, very good question. It's a bit different daripada Aziz. Ya, Aziz, masa bila kalori dibakar dan lemak pula masa bila dibakar. So she's asking, Aziz is asking, bila kalori dibakar and bilakah lemak dibakar? And first, let me ask you a question yang sedang menonton ini. Yeah, and answer on your own. Anda sedang menonton this live chat, adakah anda sedang bakar kalori? Yes or no? Now, do you sedang membakar kalori? Yes or no? You're welcome to use our comment section as well if you want to answer that. But are you burning calories right now, watching or just listening dengan mata yang tertutup pun boleh? Are you burning calories right now? The answer is yes. You bakar calories all the time. Tidur pun bakar kalori. Klip mata pun needs energy to menggerakkannya up and down, burns calories as well. The only time you don't burn calories is when your engine is off. And that's when you say goodbye, and hopefully not anytime soon. But as long as you are alive, everything we do burns calories, termasuklah fungsi badan. So that's number one. And now, calories that you need to identify with ada 3. You have lemak, protein, and carbohydrates. So now, all of these are calories, macronutrients, and 1 gram protein, 4 calories. 1 gram carbo is 4 calories. 1 gram lemak is 9 calories. That's why your body stores fat. And now if you're asking me, when does your body actually burn fat? It depends on a lot of keadaan. Your body stores fat. It doesn't actually burn fat. Now, it's like minyak kereta. Your car stores the minyak, but what your car needs to do in the body's case, and I'm just going to simplify it in very general terms. Your body does not really burn fat. Your body takes the fat as an example, converts it to something called glycogen. Glycogen is glucose plus water, and then burns off the glycogen. And it evaporates into thin air or CO2, carbon dioxide or carbon monoxide. So that's generally how it works. But the problem right now is if you isi minyak created too much versus what you bakar, let's say you isi makanan 2,000, but you bakar 1,800, the 200 will be stored as fat because your body can only store fat. It cannot store carbohydrates dengan banyaknya. So untuk mengurangkan berat badan, you have to reverse this process where you have to isi minyak less than what you are using so that your body has to use tangki minyak. Now, if you are more confused than before, welcome to my world. And this is something that we teach and really try to embed in you dalam program 8 minggu supaya you understand the things. Always remember, Aziz, you cannot control something that you do not understand. And whether it is kewangan, kekeluargaan, pekerjaan, social media, kawalan berat badan, pemakanan, it really comes down to pemahaman, asas. It's not about fancy things or gadgets or lotion yang sapu sekejap, kurus semalam. It's really about foundation, pemakanan, and lifestyle yang dijadikan amalan sepanjang hayat supaya then it becomes something that you can live with and bukannya bergelora 6 minggu on, 6 minggu off, susah. Ya, secara umumnya, I hope that answers your question. And if you have more questions, contact me. All right. La. Let me answer 1 or 2 more questions. I'm going to try and find something that is luar biasa sikit. Okay. Yeah, Izam. Yeah. So this is again about lotion bakar lemak. Betul tak? Lotion panas tidak membakar lemak. Fat burner pun tidak membakar lemak. What fat burner does is tingkatkan metabolisme. Ask yourself, what is natang metabolisme? What lotion panas does, it creates a mini sauna dekat tempat yang you menyapunya. If you sapu dekat perut, harapan you is jatuhnya lemak-lemak di bawah. But yang jatuhnya is air dengan air mata kau, as I always say. But what it does, it panaskan permukaan kulit, which will then make the body sweat to cool down the surface area of the skin. Yeah, condensation thermodynamically cools down the skin, but you basically sweat. But in order to sweat, sambil menonton Netflix and chill and menyapunya, your body has to tingkatkan metabolisme sikit. But sikit too is very, very, very small. It's not going to dramatically change your world. It is the iklan, again, that are always memperdayakan and they draw you in dengan orang-orang yang memang dah kurus, yang langsing, cantik dan sebagainya. Dia orang tak sapu pun. But the idea of it is always the one that reels you in, and the price is generally so affordable that you just, okay lah, let's go and buy and try. Harapan is tinggi, but terputus juga because it does not work that way. Yeah. So again, lotion panas, fat burners do not burn fat. What they do is they tak menipu you, but dia mempermainkan keadaan, which can manipulate dan mempermainkan pengguna juga. But tak salah melanggan. Okay. Okay, let me find one more question before we wrap things up. And let me go with this one. Yeah. So from Muhammad Zakir, perlu kita check glycemic index setiap makanan? No. If you want to, you can. Glycemic index is something you all should know about. Glycemic index is the GI Joe. It is basically how cepat this particular makanan menggelorakan glukos darah anda. Kalau GI Joe-nya tinggi, ya, like table sugar dan sebagainya, it will menggelorakan your glukos darah versus GI Joe yang rendah, like kompleks makanan dan sebagainya. Now, what I do as a common practice Generally, makanan yang berserat tinggi, yang agak kompleks, GI Joe-nya is lebih rendah versus makanan yang diproses dengan gula-gula yang ringkas. So that is the general rule of thumb, very oversimplified, because fiber helps to slow down the glucose release into your bloodstream, which makes the glucose lebih stabil. And if you're asking, what is the big deal dengan glucose aku macam ini? Oh, macam ini. If your glucose darah is like this, your nafsu makan pun will be like this, and sukar mengawal jumlah pengambilan. But if your glucose darah is like this, which is not possible, it probably be more like this, agak manja because of makanan yang dibekalkan berkualiti. If your glucose darah is stabil, nafsu makan you stabil, lebih mudah untuk berdepan dengan godaan makanan harian because you are tak dalam keadaan yang penuh dengan craving. So yes, Zakir, really important to know about glycemic index, fiber dan sebagainya, but don't have to know or check every makanan, melainkan you would like to know for yourself, and I do the same thing juga from time to time. All right, guys. So with that, I think we are done for today. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope today was useful. I do enjoy these sessions as well, especially being able to go live on Facebook and YouTube. Please help me share the video dengan kawan-kawan if you are on Facebook. And my son reminded me on this. If you are on YouTube, be sure to click like and subscribe to my channel so that you can get updates for upcoming videos on my channel. Nanti, credit to my son for reminding me to do it on YouTube. I've never done it before. So again, on Facebook, please share the video dengan kawan-kawan. And if you have any other questions, feel free to reach out to me. And let me know how you enjoy this session. I do enjoy it a lot, especially on this StreamYard platform. Not sponsored, I'm paying for this, but I'm paying a lower price, so the logo is still there. Maybe one day I'll upgrade it without the logo, but for now it's fine. But I do enjoy it. I think the quality is quite good as well, and I like the ability to tag your comments in here. It makes it a bit more interactive and easier to discuss. Yeah. So with that, thank you so much for joining me. Yeah, thank you, Shazif, Amy, Adrina, Rabiatul, Safia, Jesse, Sue, Mark, Zahir, everyone as well. Thank you so much, Cikgu Mel juga. And see you guys dalam masa yang akan datang. If you want me to do this more than once a week juga, which I have thought about, let me know juga dalam ruangan komen, and we'll take it from there. Yeah, enjoy your Monday. Stay safe and have a great night. Assalamualaikum and bye-bye. Thank you, guys. Have a great day. Thank you.